Hello and welcome to Therapy Express with Rosanna. Thank you so much for watching. Today we're going to talk about the impossibly difficult and irrational people in your life. And unless you are still in the womb, which obviously you are not because you're watching this video, you're going to run into them. Either you already have, or you're dealing with them right now, or you're going to deal with them in the future. So I want to kind of give you a heads up as to what these people look like. They don't look like monsters. You're not going to recognize them on the street and say, oh my God, there's an impossible, irrational, and difficult person. It's not like that. You only get to know this after you've been dealing with them for a while. So I'm going to give you a little picture of what they look like just so you can have the definition. This is part 1, by the way. Next week, we're going to do part 2 and how we're going to deal with these people. All right? Okay. The first person I'm going to talk about is the downer. And they usually go by names like Negative Nancy, Debbie Downer. I'm not sure why they don't say Naysayer Nate or Pessimistic Pete. I'm not sure why they don't use the guy's name. It's always blame it on the girl, but that's the way it is. The downers are a drain. If you know someone like this, they're always talking about life and how bad it is, what happened to them, and this happened to me again, and just my life sucks, and I had a terrible incident at the gas station, my doctor is terrible, and it just goes on and on. They will suck you dry because nothing in life is good enough. It's always just bad. The news, the world is coming to an end. People are all rude, and so on and on. You probably have met someone like this in your life. A Negative Nancy, or whatever you want to call her or him, they're out there and they're the downers, and I've encountered those and they're not fun. The next person, you probably have one in your life now, I don't know, is the control freak. They have to do everything their way when they want to do it. Nothing you do is going to be good enough for them, whether you're folding the clothes in a wrong way, or you're stacking the dishes wrong, or you're labeling your cans of food, whatever. Nothing is going to be good. They have to be in charge of you, in charge of the situation. They're always in charge. And if you're trying to argue with them and they're not in charge of you, there's going to be a problem. That's why it becomes difficult, because if you want to do something your way, because maybe your way is better, they're not going to like it. Okay? They want to do it their way, and they always want to have the last word. Okay. The third one that I'm going to talk about is the perfectionist. And I admit it, I am a recovering perfectionist myself. I'm sorry, but I want to be honest with you guys. I'm the kind of person, like everybody else who's a perfectionist, you can walk into a room that's newly painted and decorated, and the perfectionist will see the crack, the little crack that nobody else sees, the little paint drip on the wall, in the ceiling that nobody else sees. The perfectionist is hard to deal with because in any project, they're scared to start because if it's not perfect enough, they don't want to do it, or it takes too long because it's got to be perfect enough. Speaking from experience, I know, I'm working on it, I'm recovering. So these people are very difficult. And if you have one of these perfectionists in your life, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the people that are in my life. But you know what? They're getting to know and love me the way I am, and I'm working to get better and better every day. But that's why they're very hard. You can never please them, or you can, but they're, oh, well, what about if you put the pillow this way or whatever, which kind of blends a little bit with a control freak. But anyway, okay. The next one is the rejection sensitive individual. And this person is kind of like rice paper. You know how the rice paper tears so easily? The rejection sensitive is very, very much always looking for an insult somewhere. Hey, I saw you at happy hour last night. It looks like you were having fun. What do you mean by that? What do you mean I was having fun? Doesn't look like I was having fun. They will look for any insult anywhere because they're very sensitive. And they're very hard because with these people, you find yourself like you're treading on thin ice, and you're always walking on eggshells. You're afraid if you say something, it's going to set them off. And if they want to talk to you or express a feeling, they're kind of cowardly, so they will text you, email you, messenger you, contact you in any way, but they don't want to face you because they're cowards, okay? And they're probably afraid they're going to get insulted. So that's the rejection sensitive person. And then there's the better than. Oh boy. The better than is the kind of person who is a show-off. They one-up you on everything. Hey, I went to the base for Everest on an Everest expedition, but they don't care. They didn't stop at the base. They went to the summit. Oh yes. Hey, I just bought a Prius. I'm so excited. Oh really? Well, I just bought a Tesla. They will always one-up you. It doesn't matter. They're going to be better than you. So basically dealing with these people, you're going to feel kind of less than because they make you feel less than, not that you really are. They just make you feel like that. All right, the last one. I could go on about these people, but I'm only giving you a sketch. And next week, like I said, we're going to talk about how to deal with them, okay? All right, the last one is the egoist, the narcissist. And I think this one is by far one of the most difficult people. They will trample all over you. And they don't care. If you're working with someone who's a narcissist and you happen to maybe comment on a proposal that they did or whatever, you could find yourself walking out of the office fired. Even if after 20 years, you could be carrying your little bags around with all your belongings because they don't care. They will do whatever they need to do to get on top. And if you are a family member to a narcissist, they will attack you and they know exactly what buttons to push to make you feel bad. Because if they feel in any way attacked, they will strike back, and strike back they will in a very harsh fashion. This is what you need to know. You are never going to win with any of these people. Don't even try to fix them, because trying to fix them is pointless. You're wasting your energy. Unless these people want to work on something, and if they think there's something wrong, which none of these people think there's anything wrong with them. I mean, maybe some life event has caused them to rethink their lives, but otherwise they're not going to be sitting there over a cup of coffee thinking, I kind of am impossible to deal with. I should do something about this. I'm going to get some help. Don't expect that. That was a dream you just heard. That was just a dream. All right. They're not going to be fixed. They're always right. And no matter what evidence you present to them, they will present evidence to the contrary. That's just the way it is. All right. You have your little sketch now. Next week, we're going to talk about what do you do if you have any of these people in your life. All right. Subscribe if you like this channel. And click on the like button, click on the follow button, whatever button you want to click on, just click on it. Watch me next week. And until then, make every moment count. Bye.